I'm gonna make lemon ricotta pancakes with fresh figs. All the flavors of these pancakes are in the pancakes. So I'm starting with 1 cup of ricotta, whole milk ricotta. Next is a cup of buttermilk. You always want to be sure to shake the buttermilk because it settles, but it's got a richness about it that's different from regular milk and a tangy flavor. So far it sounds pretty good, right? Not like ordinary pancakes. Okay, 3 extra large eggs. I'm just gonna whisk these together. One of the nice things about pancake batter is you can make it the night before and just scoop it out and make pancakes in the morning. Okay, next, 1/4 cup of sugar. I want them to be a little sweet. 1½ tablespoons of grated lemon zest. These are really lemony pancakes. 1½, that's perfect. And 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice. And 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, pure vanilla extract, as opposed to the imitation stuff. Just whisk this together. Okay, that's the wet ingredients. Next, the dry. So I need 1¼ cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, which is gonna make them really tender, tablespoon of baking powder, make them light, 1½ teaspoons of salt, just makes them taste good. So that's the dry ingredients. The thing about this base that's so nice is lemon and ricotta. It's just a great pancake. And I have figs in season, which are great with it, but you can make it with blueberries, you can make it with chocolate chips. So be creative. Okay, that's the dry ingredients. Now I'm gonna put them in the wet ingredients. Just mix this in. You don't wanna over-mix it because you'll end up with tough pancakes. We want really tender pancakes. Fold it in just enough so that the flour's just mixed in. I'm just gonna let it sit for 5 minutes, and that allows the gluten in the flour to relax. Makes a really tender pancake. Okay, that's the batter. I'm gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna prep the figs. So this is what I have. I have fresh figs. They're so delicious. I'm gonna cut this in 1/2-inch dice. Try and get ripe figs if you can, but if they're a little underripe, don't worry, because when you cook them, they kind of sweeten and caramelize. I'm gonna make the pancakes, put the figs on, turn them over. Figs will cook. Maple syrup, butter on top. How bad could that be? Of course, these are great for breakfast or like Sunday brunch. But I have to say, I served breakfast for dinner one time for a dinner party. People went berserk. It was like they just couldn't eat enough pancakes. It was really sweet. Okay, that's 8 figs, 1/2-inch diced. Let's make some pancakes. So I'm starting with clarified butter, and this is what it is. I took some butter, I put it in a pitcher, I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds to melt it. And the milk solids go to the bottom, and that's what burns. The clear liquid on top has a higher burning temperature, and since I don't want burnt pancakes, I'm just gonna use the clear liquid. 2 tablespoons of clarified butter for each batch. And here's my pro tip. I use an ice cream scoop. That way all the pancakes are exactly the same size. I'm only making 3 pancakes, but this batter will make 14. Just like that. Look how nice and thick they are. Another reason to let it sit is the batter gets really thick. And one more. And then I'm gonna put the figs right on top. Just place a couple of figs on each pancake. Just make sure every bite has fig in it. If you wanna make a few of these ahead, what you can do is make them and keep them warm in a 250 or 300 degree oven. They'll stay nice and warm and still really moist. Okay. You don't wanna touch them until they're nice and browned on the bottom. They're so much easier to flip if the bottom is very firm. So it's about 3 minutes on one side. You're just waiting for bubbles to appear on the top. Don't walk away from it. It happens really fast. Unless, of course, you're staring at it, and then it doesn't happen at all. Okay, time to flip the pancakes. Wish me luck. Perfect. Oops. And this is great when you flip it over. The other side cooks, but the figs really cook too. Okay, big plate. Let's see how these guys are doing. The other side cooks pretty quickly. So you want to press them, and when it springs back, kind of like a cake, they're done. So these guys are done. Okay. Do we think 3 pancakes is too much? There's no such thing as too many pancakes, right? 2, 3. Butter. This is totally decadent. A little maple syrup, because I love maple syrup. Right there. A little dusting of fresh lemon zest on the top, because that's the first thing you'll taste. And I would say I need a fork. because these are pancakes that are definitely best in class. Wow. Hot pancakes, my favorite. And you can really see the figs inside. Look how fabulous. Don't mind if I do. The figs are so flavorful. And the ricotta and the buttermilk and the lemon. Those are definitely my favorite pancakes. Wow, look how fabulous. Not bad.